I'm just gonna get straight to the deck profile, guys. I know you guys have been waiting. We finally made our goal of 50 subscribers, and we'd like to thank you guys with this deck profile. I've been using this deck, updating it, and using it for the past year and a half, and this is the version I've been using in my misvalue montage videos. So as you can see, this is the original misvalidated deck I've been using, the original idea, the original concept behind it. So I'm gonna go give you the deck profile, guys. Enjoy. First off, 1 BLS. Why? You run lights and darks. End of story. Avian. 1. Why 1? You don't need 2. 2, if you draw into the first one in your hand, is going to be extremely cloggy. You only need 1. If he's going to die, bounce it back in hand. End of story. Darks and Ward. Why? You run darks and winds. End of story. He's also another ninjutsu target. Yeah. 1 Photon Thrasher. If you control no monsters, special summon this mofo. Play another monster. Exceed. He's also a warrior, so you play another monster that happens to be warrior, you can make it Excalibur, you can make it Blade Armor Ninja, so yeah, and he's a 21 beat stick. Why not? Falcon. 2. Why 2? I don't focus on misfiring monsters in my build, because it's a complete setup to do that, and it makes no sense to. Falcon is there to be the target for Avian's effect if I have the field spell on the field, and he's also good to bounce back that ninjutsu if I need it. And also his effect, if I bounce back another wind monster, especially summon with the field spell and attack again, pretty much, yeah, that's why he's at 2. 3 Hanzos, end of story. Misfire Soldier, I run summon him up, and he's my only tuner. You need tuners in this game. Yeah, and he's a misfire target, so, and he's wind, so yeah, perfect. Ibisu, he's wind, and he's a ninja. How much your brains get around why you need to run this guy. And also, he's a trade. If you use Upstart Golden Ninja's effect that you trap, especially on this guy can activate his effect and bounce 2 spell or trap cards your opponent controls to their hand. This effect is pretty good because if you upstart into Ibisu and you return 2 of their traps, you can go to Excalibur and pretty much hit their monster for free without fear of Mirror Force or anything, or Blade Armor Ninja or whatever, and go OTK people. So yeah, run Ibisu at 1. Barrier Stormwinds. Why? I can special summon him from the deck with the field spell, Divine Wind Mist. I can special summon him from the deck with Ninjutsu and Summon a Monk. Why is he so broken? I can special summon my Avian. I can special summon Blade Armor Ninja. I can special summon monsters from the field spell, but you can special summon nothing but wind monsters. So you have, if you don't have any wind monsters, no wind synchros, no wind exceed, no wind monsters in your special deck, in your main deck to special summon, you're not gonna get anything out if I have this on field. It's just a main deck Fossil Diner that you can use and call out anytime you want, so it's better than Fossil Diner. It's better than Christia. You can special summon this card from deck. This specific barrier card is the best one because it's the only one that you can special summon from the deck very easily. Quote me on that. Moving on. Summon the Monk at 1. Why? Why run 2? Summon the Monk at 1, he does what he does. He does what he does. Discard, you can get that Misfire Soldier, which is a tuner, make a Crimson Blader against E-Dragons and Mermills. You can make a Scrap Dragon and Stardust. Why not? Those are your synchros. Yeah, and you also can special summon Hanzo, search an upstart, got it in your hand, overlay, do whatever you need to do. So, yeah, he's just attack. Makes things faster. Double upstart, because that's my nigga. Double effect veiler, because stopping effects is very good in this game. 1 Mandrago. Mandrago, you control they control a monster more than you. You can special summon this from your hand. So it just gives you more exceed plays very easily. Thunderbird. He was from Thunderbird. Why? He be dodging stuff, son. Comes back in 1950. That's the best way to explain it. Armored Beam. You can special summon him from Summoner Monk. Lower the attack. Or wait to Horn. Number 50 Black Horn Ship. Uses effect. After you have the attack, use the effect, Black Horn, destroy their monster, well, send their monsters to the grave and they take 1,000. Special summon from a field spell, lower whatever monsters attacking me to, attack. You can, any monster that's not over 3,199 attack is going to die to this effect unless it has some special effect that stops it from being destroyed or targeted by card effects. So this guy can kill things that are 3,200 attacks if he suicides. Why not run this? I can also get it out with the field spell, summon a monk, and once again, ninjutsu, because ninjutsu can get insects, and this is an insect. So it's the ultimate tech. It's a one card over Ophion. It's perfect. Onto spell and trap cards. You have the staples, Rhoda, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. Staples. Double duality. Why? Because it be keeping your consistency up, son. Be keeping your consistencies up, son. Triple MST. You can't run Heavy Storm in this deck. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just run triple MST and be good. You're gonna negate traps anyways. Just run triple MST and be good. Be happy. Triple field spell, no terraforming. Terraforming's a pussy. You know, field spell is already cloggy by itself sometimes if you draw it. So why run terraforming and make it more cloggy? Unless you're focusing on the field spell, which I'm not focusing on it. I like to have it to have the extra negate, but I don't focus my deck on the field spell. On to the traps. You got triple compulse because it's the best card ever. Double ninjutsu. Why run 3 when you can run 2? End the story. This is the solemn quadrade. I just made that word up because I'm boss. You got solemn judgment. He just says no to anything. Except for special summons. He just says no. Alright? It's awesome like that. Black Horn of Heaven. This honestly replaces the Solemn Warning. Remember Solemn Warning was at 2 and now it's at 1 and Solemn Warning was like, oh my god, Solemn Warning was at 1, it's so bad now. Just replace that warning with Black Horn of Heaven. Why? If your opponent exceed in Synchro, which is the game right now, you just Black Horn that shit and it's gone. Yeah. Dark Bribe. People have MST and it sucks when you try to ninjutsu your Hanzo when they draw and they MST it. Now you can just be like, no, Dark Bribe, no. You're getting my avian on the field and you're gonna like it. And I'm gonna own you. So yeah, Dark Bribe, and that one warning because yeah, that's what it does. It just says yeah, 2 bitches. Moving on to the extra deck. Bam, we got Crimson Blader. Stops E-Dragons. Stops Prophecies. Stops Mermails. All he has to do is kill Sang. Alright? He's a boss. Strap Dragon. One of the best level 8 synchros. These are the best level 8 synchros you can run right now. These are the best 3 that are generic. Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, and Stardust are the only ones you should actually ever have space for. There's no more. That's it. Bam. All Boros, because he's the best 3 level 4 monster you can get out. Exceed monster you can get out. He's just awesome. He's Trishula, a 3-turn Trishula, basically. Shark Master, because he be stopping shit. You say, oh, monster effects on E-Dragons, they scoop. You say monster effect on Mermails, they scoop. You say spell cards against Prophecy, they scoop. Spells. And then you have Utopia Ray, you know, you think you kill me, nah, I kill you. Let's make that hope Ray, and yeah, so yeah. 1 Utopia, because you don't need 2. 1 Blade Armor Ninja, because you don't need 2. 1 Black Ship of Coin, because you don't need 2. 2 Excalibur, because you do need 2. This nigga is broken, he's 4,000 attack, he uses effect. That's broken. Just kills things. Roach just says, oh, stop your synchro and stop your dark worlds. No, don't bring back Rafa, nah. Pop that. Roach is good. Maestroke, because he's a staple rank 4. Photon Papillarative, I usually take him out, but I run Papillarative only because there's cards that stall that are annoying, like Spirit Reaper. If you run to Spirit Reaper, you're going to have to use effect that targets it to get rid of it. If you have a Marshmallow, same thing, you're going to have to get rid of it somehow. Papillarative just says, yo, chill with that, I'm killing you. And Crazy Box, why Crazy Box? 3k, roll a dice, use that randomicity that you need to use, you know, and also he's an eradicator target, so yeah, that's why I run that motherfucker. onto the side deck. That's gonna make you win every single duel from now on very easily. From this whole entire format, make you win every duel easily. Quote me on this. Triple Electric Virus. You take all their Karakuri cards, the machine monsters, if you need to. Take their Draco Sack, and also take their E-Dragons or take their Boss Dragon monster. This also takes Ouroboros. This takes Ophion. You can take Ophion and then tribute it, which is funny. Because Ophion is a dragon. Remember that. Ophion is a dragon. The Mermail decks are Synchro. You know, they make uh Gungnir and all that other stuff. I think one of them is a dragon. So yeah, Electric Virus is very good, man. It's a very good card. And then you have two Puppet Plants. Puppet Plant, I only run two. I should put three in this one, but this is the very, very original build that I made. So this is old school for me. This is nostalgia. So Puppet Plant, I run that at two because it says take up. You could discard this card to graveyard, select one face-up warrior or spellcaster monster your opponent controls. They control that until the end phase. Like I said again, you can take their monster attributed. Why is Puppet Plant good? You can take High Priestess. You can take Jowgen and use Jowgen's effect and pretty much blow up the whole field because everything is going to be in the field is going to be special summon anyways. The High Priestess, the Jowgen, except unless they have a Kaiku or a Break on the field. Pretty much you Puppet Plant a Jowgen and uses the effect, you've blown up pretty much all their monsters. So Puppet Plant is pretty good. You can take the High Priestess in mirror matches and use this effect, or you can take the High Priestess and tribute it, or you can just take the High Priestess, normal summon a level 7 monster, or special summon an E-Dragon, whatever, and overlay, whatever. Puppet Plant is also good against Constellas. You can discard Puppet Plant, take your Playtis, use Playtis effect, bounce Playtis back to the extra deck, and then pretty much do whatever you need to do. So yeah, Puppet Plant is pretty damn good when it comes to that. Two Duty Crows, you know, I call him Duty Crow because he does what he do. That didn't make any sense. This stops E-Dragons, you know, you can discard banish the attribute that they really need in the grave. You can also use this to banish, you know, Dark Worlds, Grapha. If you play against Dark Worlds and you drop this against your Grapha, or two other Graphas, it's pretty much game. That one Grapha is not going to be enough to kill you in Ninja, unless they run Skill Drain, because that just stops everything. But yeah, BD Crow. Avail one extra Veiler because there's some decks I believe in the future they're gonna need your effect Veilers to stop them. So effect Veiler stops a lot of decks by itself, and I feel it's just good to have. I don't know why the meta has been going to Max C instead of effect Veiler. Like if your opponent's playing E-Dragons and they special summon all the monsters they could, and then you Max C them, you don't run effect Veiler, it doesn't matter because they can Big Eye, take your monster, Draco Sack, blow up whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Unless you have effect Veiler, you're not stopping those two cards. So effect Veiler, yeah. Kaiser Coliseum, this card is amazing. Since this deck honestly sometimes just doesn't spam enough because this deck you exceed a lot and you keep a boss monster on the field a lot. You can spam with this. You can spam with this deck very easily if you want to, but there's no point. This card is great because let's say for example you have Avian on the field and you have the field spell and you have Kaiser Coliseum on the field. Your opponent is probably not gonna be they're not gonna be able to synchro. They're not gonna be able to exceed unless they can destroy Kaiser Coliseum first. And if they were to, you just negate it with Avian. So this stops a lot of that. It stops Constellars. It stops E-Dragon. It stops Evil Sword. It stops Synchro decks. It's just if you have Kaiser Coliseum on the field and one monster, your opponent can learn. It's like being Christian, man. It's amazing. This card is like a continuous Christian, and it benefits you and only you. It does not benefit your opponent at all. And this card is amazing. Yeah. Prohibition. Prohibition is the best side deck card in the world. You play it and call whatever you want. So let's say the worst deck in the meta right now is E-Dragons, apparently. So you play Prohibition, you go, okay, Draco Sack, Big Eye. After that point, your opponent can only do three things. They can make Magic Keyblade, they can make Gaia Thunder Charger, and they can make Lucky Straight. That's pretty much all they're gonna make after that. There's only ranked 7s they can go into after that. So if you play Prohibition and call their extra deck cards, pretty much that deck pretty much just dies instantly, because the new meta relies on cards in the extra deck than main deck, because the extra deck is what the new Yu-Gi-Oh is about. So if you go Prohibition and call the card that's in the extra deck, you can't use it. So if you play Evil Swarms and you call Ophion with this, it's game. It's literally game, because you're just gonna wreck them with BLS, Avian, and Ducks more. You're just gonna wreck them all game. So Prohibition at 2, awesome. Double Eradicator. Eradicator has, I think I have 3 targets for it. My 3 targets are Crazy Box, Ouroboros, and Dark Smorg. Dark Smorg is pretty good because if I open up Hanzo and Eradicator, I can play Hanzo, search Ninjutsu, set Eradicator. When they draw, activate Ninjutsu, right? I can activate Ninjutsu, search some Dark Smorg. They don't have MST or anything to pop Dark Mode, they're gonna just not set any trap cards, and during the end phase you activate Eradicate if you don't destroy it already, and all their spell cards are gone. You have no traps on the field, you have no spell cards, you can then do whatever you need to do, and if it's spell books, you pretty much win. So yeah, those are my 3 targets, and it's pretty easy to get out. Dark Mode and Ninjutsu in 2, so, and a special summon from hand or graveyard, so it's pretty good. Crazy Box, I can succeed for, which is fairly easy in this deck. And Ouroboros, the same thing. Me getting three level 4 monsters on the field in one turn is not difficult in this version at all. And the last card is Swords of Villain. Swords is a good card, and it always will be. Swords, there's times, we all know it, that there's times that some people have played Swords of Villain Light against us, and we couldn't do anything for like a couple of turns because we had no MST and no way to destroy it. There's times you've been sorted and you just took that beating because you could not attack back. It sucks, but this card is so good. It's so good. Alright, so that's the original Misfire Ninja deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Ninja out.